Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Haley. I make videos all about life with a chronic illness. So if you would like to enjoy that content, definitely hit that subscribe button down below and don't forget to like this video. Today I'm going to be talking about misconceptions about getting diagnosed. I have multiple chronic illnesses, so I've been through the diagnosis journey a long time. I've experienced completely different ends of the spectrum when it comes to chronic illness, so I put a list together of stuff that a lot of people probably don't realize it's a misconception. They might just kind of think it's normal to think this way. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoyed this video. The first one is you just can't find doctors. For me, I've been blessed with being able to find doctors, but it took years and years and years, and the doctors I do have are a few hours away. So when somebody is dealing with a chronic illness and you may approach them and say like, hey, just get a new doctor if their current doctor isn't doing anything for them, but it's not that easy, especially when it comes to more, I'm not going to say uncommon conditions, more complicated and complex. Those are the words that I would use to describe it. So for all of you guys out there who have loved ones with a chronic illness, but you're not quite familiar with this side of the struggle, is you can't just find doctors. The second one here kind of goes along with the first one, is when you finally find doctors, a lot of them, a lot of times, I mean not always, but a lot of times they don't quite believe you. I have mitochondrial disease. If you're not familiar with it, it's an energy condition, so my body doesn't produce enough energy, and I have a very complex and complicated health history and conditions. But one time I was dealing with a lot of chronic pain at that time, so we went to a pain specialist just to figure out something to help me get through that pain, because obviously it was very painful. And we went to that pain specialist, but do you know what this pain specialist said? I'm not joking, that these are her exact words. Because you're homeschooled, I really think you should do a dance class. That should help a lot with pain, and you should hang out with your friends every weekend at the mall and just walk around. I just mentioned I have an energy condition, so I don't have the energy to walk around an entire mall. I don't have the energy or the strength or endurance to do a dance class. And to be told something like that in those exact words, just because I was homeschooled and experiencing pain, that was really hurtful. That didn't make me feel good. That just made me feel there was something wrong with being homeschooled. This next one, some people might find really surprising and others may not, and it's that it takes months and months or years and years to find a diagnosis. You go test after test, normal, good, your labs aren't off, you're good to go, so there's nothing technically wrong with you. So when you finally get diagnosed, it's such a sense of relief, but getting to that diagnosis either takes months and years, or people don't find out that they've had a condition until it was too late to help them. And that is really sad in my opinion, and for me, it took me 5 years to get diagnosed. So this next one will probably be really surprisingly to some of you, and obviously those in the chronic illness community definitely already know this, but I know my family and friends are still, who have been with me my whole life, are still surprised at this fact that for several of my conditions, there's no definitive test to find out if I have it. There is no test to find out if you have cyclic vomiting syndrome, complex regional pain syndrome, and chronic fatigue syndrome, just to name a few. So it's really hard sometimes to realize that for some conditions, there's no actual test. And the last one. Guys, I'm grateful there are hospitals and doctors, however, not every hospital has good care. Some hospitals are better at treating specific things like cancer. They are really great in cancer, but they're not great in treating mitochondrial disease. Or a small local hospital doesn't really ever know what the heck you're going on about when you're like, I have CVS, I have dysautonomia, I have mitochondrial disease. Mind you, this hospital we've been to before never asks and literally just disregards everything. So a lot of times nurses are rude, doctors are rude, the nurses and doctors are inconsiderate, get you out of the hospital when you should stay in. So I don't want to go up on hospitals by any means, but I want to kind of raise awareness that not every hospital is great healthcare. And as you can imagine, it takes so long to get a diagnosis, but it takes even longer to find a good hospital and healthcare and doctors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, that your eyes were open to some issues that you wouldn't normally think of about the misconception of getting a diagnosis, and then kind of some of the healthcare things associated with it. So make sure to like this video, subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.